Hi guys, I'm Dr. Kavitha H and I would like to share with you how to work with MongoDB in today's session. So let's get started. So welcome to this session on MongoDB. As I said, I'm Dr. Kavitha H, Associate Professor in the Department of Information Science and Engineering, Siddaganga Institute of Technology, Tumakuru, Karnataka, India. So, hoping like if you don't have MongoDB on your system, then you can go to this web link that is given here and download the MongoDB, right? So, once you do that, your MongoDB will be installed on your system and then you will get an icon like this, right? You get an icon like this if you have successfully installed your MongoDB. So assuming like you have successfully installed your MongoDB, now let us check out how to work with this MongoDB. All you need to do is you need to go to your program files, right? So on your PC, you can go to your C colon and in that you have this program files. Click on this program files and in that you need to search for MongoDB and in that you have server. Click upon that and you have another folder with the version 4.4. Click upon that. In that you have these many folders. Click upon this bin, right? And in this you have these many folders. Click on this mongo.exe file. So when you click on that, you get a screen like this. This is where you will work with your MongoDB programs in case you're working on Windows, right? Okay. So now let us look at our problem statement. What is the problem statement we have, right? So let me assume like the problem statement is this for us, right? What is the problem statement? Create the below table, insert suitable tupules, and perform the following operation using MongoDB. Which are the two tables they have asked you to create? One is employee table. Its attributes are SSN, name, and the department name where they are working. And the other table is assigned to. In this, you should have the attributes like SSN and the project number, right? You're supposed to create these two tables and then you are supposed to write these two queries upon these tables. The first one is list all the employees of department XYZ. Name the employees working on project number 104, right? So these queries you are supposed to execute using your MongoDB. So let us now check out like how to do this on your MongoDB, right? So the first part will be to create this tables. So in case of your MongoDB, the tables are known as collections. So let us try to create the collection. What is the command to create the collection? This is the command db.createCollection followed by the table name within double quotes, right? Similarly, if I want to create the second table, then this is how I'll create db.createCollection and then the table name, right? So let us try to do this first in our MongoDB, right? So I hope I already have a table by this name. So I'll just change the table name. So let me copy this and then go to this MongoDB and run this. So if your table is successfully created, you get this message, right? Or if your table is not successfully created, for example, I make a change here. I already have this table by employee 1. So let us check out what is the we get, right? So if I execute this query, I'm getting this error message. Correction already exists. right? So there is already a collection by this name, and it is saying the error code is this, and the code name is namespace exists, right? So only upon successful creation of the table you get this, right? So this says like your table has been successfully created, right? Okay, then let us try to create the other table. This is the other table we want to create. So let me copy this and then go here and run this, right? Okay, so I have successfully created these two tables, right? Now, let us try to, after creation of the table, what is the next step we are supposed to do? We are supposed to insert some rows into the table we have created. So let's try to do that. And what's the command to do that? So to insert the value, this is the command we should use. db dot the table name dot insert and ssn. What is the value for ssn? Name. What is the value for that? Department number. What is the value for that? So let us try to insert all these values at a time by using this. Okay, so let us try to insert these values. So now, can you see that? So this is the first row that is inserted. After the insertion, it is giving me right result and inserted 1. So after every insertion, I get to know whether it has been inserted properly or not. So what we have done, we have created the collections and we have inserted the value into one of the collection. And if I want to see like how these have been inserted, are these value being inserted into my table or not, then I need to use this command, right? So db.collection.find.pretty. See what's happening? Whatever was inserted, I have tried to insert it. And I'm getting this has been inserted into my table. So now let us try to check out what happens if I give only find and not this pretty command, right? So let us try to check out that, and we'll try to remove this pretty here. And let's try to run the command. So can you see what is happening? I've inserted twice these things, so that's why I'm getting it repeatedly. Don't worry about this. First, concentrate on the first five. First 5 rows. Okay. So what is happening? You can see if you don't give pretty command, then everything will be printed in one line, right? So whatever this record is there, everything that record is here, right? So it will be printed like this if you don't use pretty command. If you use pretty command, it will be printed like this. So which one is easier to read? I hope this is easier to read. So always it is better to have pretty command after the find command, right? Okay, so let us say like if you want to insert the values to this assign to, then you can write this, you can execute this code so that your data will be inserted into your assign to command, right? So I've already done that. So you just go through this commands. db.assign to insert ssn this project number is 101. Similarly, the second row is SSN 3256, project number is 102. The third row is SSN 7894, project number is 103. And the fourth one is SSN 4586, project number is 104. And then for the last tuple, we'll have the SSN as 6644 and project number as 104, right? So what we have done now, we have created 2 collections and then we have inserted 5 rows into each one of them, right? Next, let us look at the first query. What is the first query? The first query is to list all the employees of department XYZ. So how to write a query for that? We have this command db.employee.find department number xyz.pretty, right? So let me try to run this command. So now, when I run this command db.employee.find department number XYZ, then what is happening? This is the collection we have, right guys? So you need to check out like how many employees are working for this XYZ company. Here we have 1, 2, 3, right? And then we have 2 more here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So few things have been repeated here since I've inserted twice to the same table. So what is the output we get is this, right? So James is working for this department, Jack is working, James and Jack. These people are working. So next, if we had inserted only once, then I would have got these 2 values, that is for James and Jack. So according to this insertion, we need to get James and Jack. They are working for department XYZ, right? So that's what you will get. And now let us try to look into our second query, right? So this is our second query. Name the employees working on project number 104. Let's get back to the table. So these were the 2 tables. What was the first query? List all the employees working on department XYZ. So when I look at this, all these details, whatever I want for the first query is available in one table. So I need not have to join with the other table and then I had to find the answer for that. I could easily find the answer in one table. That is, within this table I could find the answer. But when we take this query, this is not the thing. The same thing doesn't happen here. So what you are asked here, the name the employees working on project number 104 has been asked here. So what you need in this is, you need to join these 2 tables because the project number is available in this table and the name of the employee is available in this table. So we need to join these 2 tables to get the answer for this query. So now let us try to check out how to join these 2 tables in MongoDB. So to join the tables, this is the condition we need, right? db.assign_to.aggregate and look up from employee, local field is SSN, foreign field is SSN, and give this name as common. The name for this combined table should be common for the fields of employee. That is what this command tells us, right? So what we are trying to do, we are trying to join these 2 tables, that is assigned to an employee, so that we can find the answer for the query that is being asked, right? So we are saying db.assign_to.aggregate and within that we have this lookup command and we have to say from which table we have to look for the values, which will be the local field in that and which will be the foreign field. So we have this SSN in assigned to and SSN in employee. So local field will refer to the SSN of employee and foreign field SSN will refer to the SSN in assigned to. So what we are trying to do here, we are trying to join these 2 tables based on the SSN value, right? So based on this SSN value, I have joined these 2 tables. So let us try to run this command. So can you see here what is happening? First we are getting the details of assigned to, and then we are getting the details of the employees, right? So similarly for the SSN with this name, I am getting this because I have inserted the value twice. That's why I am getting twice. If you insert it once, you will get it only once. So here also you can see, and here also since Jane's record has been added twice, I am getting it like this, right? So what we have done here, we have tried to join this assigned to an employee table. So when I do this, this is how I'll get the details. First, I'll get the attributes of assigned to table, then I'll get the attributes of the employee table. If I have multiple records, I'll get like this, right? Okay. So next, what we need to do now, I'm not interested in all employees. I'm interested in only the employees who work on project number 104. So now for this aggregate, what I need to put a condition for this join. What is the condition? The condition is the project number should be 104. So now let us check out how we can add that condition to this aggregate function. So to do that, we need to do this. So we'll say db.assign2.aggregate, and in that match project number 104. And after that, we'll have the lookup as it was in this case, right? So to add the condition, this is what I need to do along with whatever I had initially, right? So now let us try to run this command. So now can you see what is happening? Before I was getting it for all the employees, but now I'm getting only for the employees who are working on project number 104, right? So how could we make this change? By adding this condition. So now the next thing I need is I'm not interested in all their attributes. I'm interested in only the name of the employee who are working for this project number 104. So now let us check out how we can add that to our existing query. So to do that, I need to apply a projection. I need to apply the projection. So what I'll do, I will have this, I'll say db.assign2.aggregate. Then the match, whatever we had discussed in the previous case, that remains as it is. And lookup as in the previous case, that will also remain the same. The next thing I'm going to add is this projection, right? I'll say project common on the stable column. I am interested in name. I want that to be displayed. So I'm giving this as 1, right? So now let us try to run this command and check out what happens. So can you see here? I'm getting only the names. In the previous case, what was happening? I was getting all their details. I was getting all their details like this. But now I'm getting only the names, right? So this is how you can work with your MongoDB. So let us check out what happens when we give 0 here instead of 1. So the only change I've made is initially it was 1, now I'm making it as 0. Let us check out what happens when I make this change. So can you see the changes here, guys? What's happening? Name 0 means the name is not coming. Other than the name, all other things are coming, right? All other attributes in your assigned to table is coming. Your attributes in your employee is coming. But only the name is not coming, right? So whichever attribute you don't want, you can assign 0 to that. Whichever you want, if you don't want that to be displayed, you can give it as 0, right? So this is what I needed to discuss with you. I hope you enjoyed working with this MongoDB. So see you in next video. It's easy. All you need to do is you need to understand like how to go with the aggregate function. So if you do it step by step, first go with the join condition, then apply the condition for your joining and then go for the projection. When you do this step by step, it will be easier for you to work with the MongoDB. Hope you enjoyed this session. See you in the next session.